Let's talk about, well, a war that's spiraling or beginning to spiral out of control. A former ally stunt, Donald Trump, once proud of his very good relationship with Vladimir Putin, now says that he's gone absolutely crazy. Yes, that's the exact phrase that he used. This after Russia unleashed 355 drones, 9 missiles on Ukraine, a record-breaking barrage overnight, just 24 hours after an even deadlier strike with 367 aerial weapons that left at least 12 civilians dead. Kyiv attacked for the third night in a row. Residential buildings shattered, garage lots burning, debris falling like steel rain. Meanwhile, listen into what Donald Trump said when he actually said that Putin has completely lost it.
I'll give you an update. I'm not happy with what Putin's doing. He's killing a lot of people, and I don't know what the hell happened to Putin. I've known him a long time, always gotten along with him, but he's sending rockets into cities and killing people, and I don't like it at all, okay? We're in the middle of talking, and he's shooting rockets into Kyiv and other cities. I don't like it at all.
Talked before about putting more sanctions on Russia. Is that something you're considering more serious?
Absolutely. He's killing a lot of people. I don't know what's wrong with him. What the hell happened to him, right? He's killing a lot of people. I'm not happy about that.
Trump's rebuke may mark a turning point in the American politics, but for Ukraine, the skies are still lethal, the night's still long, and Putin's war machine shows no signs of stopping. In fact, Moscow has released a statement saying everyone is being emotional. Yes, that's the kind of commentary that's coming in from both sides. The war is changing, and so are the alliances. Trump says Putin has lost control. For Ukraine, the cost of that chaos is being paid in blood and fire. And let me, in fact, get in Professor Anuradha Chenoy, who understands Europe region very well, to understand from her where exactly is this war headed. Professor Chenoy, that's the question. The commentary coming in from both sides seems to be casual, callous, but what is the next step in this ongoing war? Unmute yourself, ma'am.
Number one, I think this is very unfortunate, the way this war is escalating. It really needs to go into some kind of peace talks. And both sides, on the one side, Ukraine backed especially by the European partners and also by the US, who've had this proxy war. And on the other side, Russia. The demands from both sides have not shifted since the war started in February 22. Russia keeps insisting that Ukraine cannot join NATO. The 4 provinces plus Crimea, that is the Donetsk, Luhansk, Zaporizhia, Kherson, and Crimea, will be an integral part of Russia now that Russia has taken them over. And the security architecture in Europe should be one which has a kind of a permanent peace, whereas Ukraine wants to join NATO. It wants to take Russia to give back all the territory they've taken. Mm-hmm. They believe Russia is a permanent.
No, but the demands on both sides look very, very entrenched. I understand. But there's suddenly a new phase that we have entered in terms of the military aggression from Russia, isn't it? So what is it that President Putin is really hoping to achieve in terms of this next phase?
You're absolutely right. There was a kind of a plea for a 30-day ceasefire from Europe, from the Americans and from Ukraine. But Russia's argument was that if there's a ceasefire without peace talks and negotiations, it'll only enable Ukraine to regroup and start the war again. So they didn't want the ceasefire. And in fact, they've done the opposite. They have upped the ante. They have escalated, putting pressure for this negotiation. But I don't think that's a way actually to get peace. It's actually a way of only getting more war, even though Russia has gained a lot territorially and Ukraine is not in a good way.
Professor Chenoy, finally, I want to ask you this. The fact that Trump said that Putin may have lost it, he's absolutely crazy. He's airing his frustration. He's airing the frustration of the Americans in not being able to thrash out any possible peace settlement, isn't it?
That's right. You see, America, from being a co-belligerent almost, has turned negotiator, and they're in a hurry to settle this war and move ahead. But they're caught between these two sides. Europe is pushing Ukraine not to negotiate and not to withdraw or have any compromise or even a serious peace engagement, and nor is Russia. So Trump ultimately might just walk out of it. He might have more sanctions. He might resume arming Ukraine. So it's a bad situation, and I think all options for the US are actually open. It seems like the whole attempt to have peace is now actually on the back foot.
All right, let's leave it there. Professor Chenoy, thank you so much for speaking to me on India Global.